guys, tonight I am making a Quorn Meatless roast. It is non-GMO, soy-free, and has this, according to the box, an excellent source of protein. So let's just check it out over here. So there are 4 servings per container. Serving size is 1/4 of the roast with 140 calories. Again, this is made with mycoprotein. So if you don't know what mycoprotein is, I had to look it up. It is a type of fungus, and that is 60%. And then the rest is egg white, onion, milk proteins, and a few other things for seasoning. The let's see, the protein content is 15 grams per serving, and dietary fiber is 7 grams. This does take a while to cook. I am going to be cooking this in my oven while it's frozen, but if you see, the time is not all that different. It's only 5 minutes different for cook time, so you might as well just cook this frozen. So you pierce it. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna open it up for you guys. Kind of strange looking, and it's enclosed in encased in some kind of a plastic wrap looking. So you take it out of the plastic container, put it in a pan, and then you pierce it with a knife several times to let the steam come out. And it bakes for 60 minutes at 425 degrees. The other thing that I'm going to make tonight with this is this Great Value chicken flavored stuffing. But my son pointed out, I thought since it said flavored stuffing that it didn't actually have real chicken. Turns out it does. He read the ingredients on the side, and it does include like real chicken fat. Darn it. So I'm gonna experiment tonight, and instead of putting the seasoning packet in with the bread crumbs, I'm going to use my bouillon base vegetable seasoning to see if I can make a similar tasting stuffing. And then also, coming to my fridge, I'm going to use some Brussels sprouts tonight. So I'm gonna roast these. I'm gonna chop them up and roast these. So it's gonna be kind of like a nice Thanksgiving type dinner. Okay friends, so the oven has been preheated to 425. So I am ready to put my corn roast in. I've already poked holes all around. So let's go ahead and get this going, because this is going to take an hour to bake. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead while my corn roast is baking. I'm going to chop my Brussels sprouts in half or in quarters, depending on how large they are. And then I'm going to toss them with some extra virgin olive oil, a little kosher salt, and some balsamic vinegar I picked up at Aldi when they were having one of their Italian weeks. And let me tell you, it is just as good as any balsamic vinegar you might pick up anywhere else. So I like to chop these in quarters, like the smaller sizes, and they cook up really nice. I'm just going to stick them in my bowl. Okay, I'm down to my last Brussels sprout. There we go. I have them all in my bowl. I'm going to drizzle them with extra virgin olive oil and give them a toss. This is the balsamic vinegar I was telling you about that I got from Aldi. And then I'm going to sprinkle kosher salt. I love cooking with kosher salt. Don't want it to do too much, and we'll give it a toss. Make sure they're coated evenly. This looks like they are nice and evenly coated. And I'm going to put this on my baking sheet that's covered in aluminum foil, just for an easier cleanup, and just evenly spread these out. These are going to bake for about 20 minutes. And just keep an eye on them. And so I'll put these in with the corn roast as it gets closer to the end of its time. Well, friends, guess what? I opened up the stuffing mix and I had all my substitutions ready to try out. And the seasoning is already in there. I really was hoping that the seasoning packet would be separate. So I guess we'll just move forward with this, and my son just won't get stuffing tonight, but I know he'll be okay. So now I have to come up with another plan on an additional side for him. Such is life. That's okay. Good news for this mom. I remembered that I had some leftover mashed potatoes, and my son loves mashed potatoes, so I am saved. I just have to heat these up and I will be good to go. Yay! Okay, we're gonna check on the Brussels sprouts. I put them in earlier because we're getting close to the end of our cooking time. Make sure that you give these a toss so that they don't stick. Even though you've coated them in olive oil, they do have a tendency to stick. Now, for a lot of people, these might be good, but we really like ours almost kind of burnt and crunchy. So we still have a little bit more time on these, and you can see that the corn roast is starting to get nice and brown. Okay, we're getting near the end. I want to check and see. Hopefully I haven't. Oh yes. So this is what we like. Kind of burnt looking. And our corn roast is almost done. About 5 more minutes and we are ready to go. Pulled the corn roast out. You can see there's a lot of liquid that has come out. I'm gonna let it rest for a few minutes before I take the outer covering off and slice it up to serve. Okay, just so you know, this is what the plastic looks like. So you just cut it off, and it's a little bit difficult to peel off. Be very careful because it's very hot and there's metal pieces at the end. Okay, so I've got all the exterior off. And so basically you just slice it up. And you can, I'm just gonna slice a few pieces so you can kind of see what it looks like. And that's what it's like on the inside. And we'll just plate this up along with our leftover mashed potatoes, our Brussels sprouts, and our stuffing. All right, so here is the finished product. We've got our Brussels sprouts, a little cranberry sauce that I forgot we had in the cabinet, our stuffing, and our corn roast. So this makes for an excellent dinner. And on my son's plate, we'll just have some leftover mashed potatoes in the place of the stuffing, and my daughter's helping to point out. So this is a great meal, a great vegetarian meal with the exception of the stuffing, but next time I'll be sure to buy a version that doesn't have real chicken in it.